If you've ever wanted to create a beautiful lawn and landscape, but do it in the most environmentally responsible way possible, well, you can, and it's easier than you might think. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 most important keys to creating that beautiful garden space while protecting and conserving vital resources too. The first key to a more sustainable landscape is conserving water. It's a finite resource that has more demands for its use every day. In fact, 30 to 50% of our daily consumption goes for outdoor use, but it doesn't and shouldn't have to be that way. Did you know that more lawns and shrubs and trees are distressed or killed from overwatering rather than underwatering? A better way to water is slowly and deeply, and not so often. In lawns, water early in the morning to maximize the amount of water reaching the surface while minimizing the time the grass stays wet. That helps roots grow deeper and reduces the chances of lawn diseases, which helps eliminate the need for lawn chemicals to fix the problem. For trees, shrubs, and bedding plants, use soaker hoses, soaker attachments, or drip irrigation to deliver water right where you need it, without excess water runoff, and at a rate and volume where the roots actually have a chance to take it up, while adequately soaking the soil around just the immediate root area. Then add mulch around all your trees and plants to help keep the moisture in the soil longer. In lawns, cut at the high end of the preferred growing range for your grass. Taller grass can have a similar effect as mulch for helping to shade the soil surface and reducing the impact of evaporation for conserving water. Landscaping to reduce energy consumption is another key element of creating a sustainable environment. Over 50% of energy used in our homes goes towards heating and cooling, and plants can play a significant role in helping reduce that consumption. In winter, a row of trees or shrubs can provide an important windbreak, and in summer, well-positioned, appropriately chosen trees around your house can cut cooling costs by up to 40%, according to one study. Eliminating or drastically reducing the use of synthetic chemicals is a very important step in creating a sustainable garden and landscape. But if you still feel the need to use chemicals, there are eco-friendlier options. With fertilizers, use compost everywhere, or try an organic nitrogen-based fertilizer such as Milorganite on your lawn and landscape beds. For insect control, pick pests off by hand, or use more benign organic options, such as insecticidal soap or biological controls like BT for caterpillars. Another element of making our outdoor environment greener is to reduce the amount of waste we send to the landfill. Much of what's in a landfill comes from our own lawns and gardens. The gas created in those landfills is a powerful and harmful greenhouse gas. As gardeners and weekend warriors, we can eliminate much of that waste and use it at home to make compost. Another way to reduce harmful emissions is to use alternatives to gasoline-powered equipment. There are many non-polluting equipment alternatives for maintaining our lawn and garden. One of my favorite options, whenever appropriate, is human-powered solutions. Controlling runoff is another critical step. It's an important way to protect our soil and prevent sediments or chemicals from going into watersheds. It's also crucial to protecting the precious topsoil around our roots. Simple ways to control runoff include adding organic matter to your soil. It helps bind and aggregate soil particles and can reduce soil erosion loss by up to 85%. Add a 2-inch layer of mulch over all exposed soil, and especially around the drip line of all your trees and shrubs. Another way to protect the soil integrity is to water slowly and gently, so you're not blasting away vital soil around your plants and roots. If we can learn to garden in harmony with nature, not against it, we'll create an environment that's in harmony with all those creatures that help keep our gardens healthy. In a nutshell, that includes planting more native plants to attract beneficial insects and pollinators. Avoid using non-native invasive plants. They can displace vital native plants our birds and wildlife depend on as food sources and overtake the beneficial plants we need more of. Provide a water source, multiple ones in fact. You'll be surprised just how many creatures will visit and actually depend on them, especially when water is scarce. And as you create your healthy ecosystem at home, be sure to include plants and trees that will provide shelter and nesting sites, and even food sources through berries, seeds, and nuts. Finally, the key to creating a sustainable landscape starts right here in the soil. If you can focus on improving your soil with lots of organic matter and good quality compost, you'll create the best possible environment for all that's growing in it. The results include less need for water, since good soil retains more water, soil that's less susceptible to runoff and soil erosion, and healthier plants, resulting in less pests and diseases, so fewer chemicals. So there you have it, 7 key elements to creating healthier landscapes and gardens. And it might seem overwhelming to try to take all of those steps on at one time, but you don't have to. Just focus on one area and work out from there as time and energy permits, because it all adds up. And if you'd like more information on creating healthy lawns and gardens, check out Milorganite.com.